Bam. Dude flies me out. I take vacation from work. I'm out there for 14 days. Dude fly me out. Go
You
out
say
there. He
what? How
pick
much?
me up. 14 days. Right. It's like, damn, open up the door for me. If I try to open up the door, he'll slap my hand. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't touch that door. And I'm not used to stuff like this from dudes.
Who is this man? Who is this guy?
Like, I feel like I could be a lady. I met the mom on that 14 days.
So hold up. You said I feel. Feeling and is two different things.
Facts.
You made it official in your head?
I made it official in my head. Like, look at everything that's going on. What do you mean? I'm meeting a family. I don't know of anything else. You traveling to me? Like, I mean, we're doing everything.
Was that a conversation? Was there a conversation?
Not at that point.
So y'all like what? Y'all almost a year deep, and no one's like,
we
yo.
Probably like out on this and this date. Had already found a crib. He put the money down for the deposit. Everything is like a go. I'm out in Memphis. We looking at real estate. I drive back home. Me and my son drive back home that same day or whatever. We find it. I got boxes. I got my transfer working at my job. Like, I got everything going good.
Woo.
When I come home, let's just say it was Sunday. I don't remember what day of the week it was, but let's just say Sunday. Sunday up until the following Sunday, I didn't get one phone call from him. It is, what I'm saying? I thought I was your girl. Like, I'm not understanding. Wait. Hold up. Girlfriend? I ain't got no girlfriend.
What you mean? So you said you didn't call your girlfriend for a week, and he said,
like, I don't even know if I want a girlfriend right now, and whatever. What the fuck you mean at the face? My 60-day notice to my apartments. I told them I'm moving the fuck out. I'm transferring my job. I got boxes in my living room. We just put a fucking deposit down on a goddamn place. Next thing you know, this man says, you know what? I tried. I'm not doing this shit. I ain't for all that arguing. And a week later, after he did this shit, I'm laying in my bed looking on social media. Because, at this point, I'm not looking at his Facebook like all the time. I'm looking at Snapchat all. I'm trying to see like, what the fuck? Guess what I saw on her Instagram? Just guess, though. The bitch was pregnant.
What the?
The bitch was fucking pregnant. And what's crazy, me and him were working on having a baby.
Oh, why you gotta leave? Needing that bad thing for the first time. Why you gotta leave? I can't believe I messed up, but that thing's mine. Why you gotta leave? Got me in the wrong, but I can't find right. Why you gotta leave? And I can't stop thinking about you.
Chris. All right, so we back. Perp said he was supposed to fall asleep, but he got entertained. He's in. All right, so Lady Imagine, so you were saying it's a situation on where you left, right? So can you give us some backstory on all
No,
this?
he left me.
Oh, he left you. Okay, all right. I would like some backstory. You're the first lady that came in and said a male left you. So can we get some backstory? How long was this relationship? What was this person to you?
Hey, bro, your Discord, you're not connected to my Discord, sweetheart. I can't hear you.
Oh, shit. What you mean?
Like, your video and everything is not here. Can you see it?
No, my video's not here, but my mic should be because my OBS is on. Can you hear me? Oh, you can't hear me, y'all. I don't know what's going on with the bot, bro. It's like there's nothing should be wrong with it. I think it's like banning caps in like weird ways, but I don't have anything.
Okay. I can hear you now.
Okay.
We're good. All right, let's go. So, yes, what I was saying was he left me.
Mm-hmm.
He left me. So, we good? We ready?
Yeah, so what I was asking was, can we get some backstory? Was this a side piece? Was this an entanglement? Was this a relationship? Was this a marriage? Like, what was it?
This was a relationship.
This was a relationship. Okay. How long was this relationship for?
It was about 2.5 to 3 years on and off.
2.5 on and off. Okay. So, and when you say on and off, would he say the same thing?
Probably not.
Okay. So you say relationship, would he say the same thing?
He wouldn't say relationship.
He would say what? Entanglement or?
Not even entanglement. Just he don't have a girlfriend and he never had a girlfriend.
Wow.
Right. All right.
So,
Right.
so what made you feel like this was a relationship?
Based on everything we were doing. I mean, let me give you a backstory first, and it'll kind of come into. So I met him through another friend. He's like really into cars, hella cars, muscle cars, whatever. He slab them out, put the rims on them or whatever. He really into it. There was a guy friend of mine that does a lot of YouTube videos, and he features a lot of, customized cars or whatever on his YouTube website. So this particular guy and him, they link up. Now take it, I hadn't met him like in person in the beginning. I hadn't met him in person. This was just like a mutual phone call, whatever, because he was talking to him. And I'm like, what's up? And he kept complimenting me, like, what's up, Victoria's Secret voice? And, shit, yeah, like really just like, approaching or whatever, being flirtatious. So I wasn't interested. I was fresh out of relationship, maybe like 5 months. I was single. I wasn't interested whatsoever,
You was
so
playing hard to get. I got you.
maybe a little hard to get, you know what I mean? Just what's up. So anyway, eventually, what's crazy is that small world, right? I'm a gamer girl. I've been gaming forever. Xbox. He happens to know about 5 of my brothers off Xbox. So one day he just pop in and he just like, what's up, Victoria's Secret voice? What's up? Yeah. You ain't think you would be able to get away from me like that or whatever. So I'm just like, he doesn't even know what I look like. You know what I mean? He doesn't know nothing about me. Like
he just like the voice.
He's so attracted to my voice, which is like most people, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, after all the flirtating, flirtatious stuff went on or whatever, I kind of got soft on him. He was funny as shit. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
so we exchanged numbers one day, exchanged pictures, of course, and we just kind of get to rapping. Now, what I didn't know is that he lived in Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee at that.
Okay, so can you add some context to it? Where do you live?
Houston,
okay. And he lives in Tennessee. So how far is that for the people that may not know?
If you're driving in your car, to take you about 10 hours. It's like 650 miles away.
Oh, so he living far.
Right. About 60 miles away. So, my camera's so dark. I hate that. But anyway, so I didn't know he lived in Tennessee. We got to just, when I tell y'all conversations were like, whoa, bro, like, it was really, really good. And then, like me personally, the type of guys that I kind of found myself attracted to over time were always the guys that barely had a car, could barely hold down a job, and so he was just kind of like he got his car, he got the slab, you know what I mean, living a nice ass neighborhood in Memphis, you know what I'm saying, nice ass neighborhood.
Hold up. So wait. So after the Xbox, y'all exchanged numbers, right?
We exchanged numbers.
Okay, so you got the phone talking.
We got the phone talking.
You got the long hours in. He putting in work.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Go ahead, because you smiling when you're talking about it. So
because
he putting in them conversations like, yo,
was good. So by this point, we probably been talking on the phone for about a good 3 or 4 months. So now we get into the nitty gritty. Like, say we need to go on the link up, see what's good. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Bam. Dude flies me out. I take vacation from work. I'm out there for 14 days. Dude fly me out. Go out there.
What?
Pick
How much?
Me up. 14 days. Right.
First trip, 14 days, 2 weeks in. Jesus Christ.
I was there 2 weeks. We were talking for like 3 or 4 months over the phone. It was time. It was
I commend him, yo. Shout out homeboy, yo.
Fly me out, pick me up, take the suitcase or whatever,
Jeez.
But, just a little sexy shit. And I'm like, damn, open up the door for me. If I try to open up the door, he'll slap my hand. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't touch that door. And I'm not used to stuff like this from dudes.
Who is this man? Who is this guy?
So he flattering the shit out of me. So you already know, shit went down or whatever, you know what I mean? We get to, we screw or whatever for the first time. It's good, you know what I mean?
What?
It's good, that help. We screw, we fuck. Does that help?
I was like, you just kind of went over. So y'all get the nitty and gritty. All right, cool.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We doing grown folks shit or whatever, And we there for 14 days. So it's kind of like, I feel like I could be a lady. I met the mom on that 14 days.
So hold up. You said I feel. Feeling and is two different things.
Facts.
All right, go on.
Facts. So anyway, I met the mom. I met his nephew that he kind of like has custody over because his brother got killed, some years ago or whatever. That was another thing I found attractive about him. Like father figure at the fullest. Don't have his own kids, but he real good with that. So anyway, I go back home feeling all sad, but take it. When I first landed back in Houston, I called him like from the airport, like, of course he's going to ask me to do. So when I land back in Houston, I call him at the airport, like, hey, whatever, I landed safely. He didn't even answer the phone. So I'm like, okay, but I'm just walking through the airport, I'm head over heels or whatever, like, dude. So he didn't answer the phone. So, all right, I went to a wedding. I had to go to one of my friends' wedding or whatever. That I went to the wedding. Next thing I know, I get a text message. The text message says, it's about time you landed safely. I'm like, you sent me a text message, bro? Like, I just called you. Like,
so,
why would you
okay. Just for context for the viewers. Okay, so homeboy is trying to pursue you. He didn't know who you was before. He just knew your voice, right?
Right.
So he gets your number. Y'all talking for 3-4 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then he's like, you know what, shorty, yo, come out here. So you come out there. He's like, yo, I don't even want you out here for 3 days. I want you out here for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you fly out there for 2 weeks. You meet the moms, you meet the fam. You in, you know what I'm saying? Y'all love making, and the connection was even more.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks goes by now. You get off the jet. You hit him back. Yo, you call him, he didn't answer. Okay, that's fine. He's a little busy, right? Sometimes he's a little busy. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that same day you went to a wedding or the next day?
I went to a wedding as soon as I landed.
You went to the wedding, okay.
Yeah, my best friend wedding.
So did he know that you was at the wedding?
He knew I was going to a wedding, of course. Yeah, he knew that.
Okay, so that's probably why he texted you, respectively.
We can say that.
Okay, all right. Let's go. Let's keep.
All right. So I didn't think nothing of it, like I said. All right, whatever. Move forward. Like literally, like our conversations are still like popping. We still talking on a regular basis. Nothing really changed too much after that. Up until this where the shit get a little funny. So, when you're in a conversation with somebody new, you always talk about your past relationships, what happened, how you broke up, your first love, your last love, your whatever. So his conversation consisted of one chick that he knew since high school. We'll call her Betty, whatever, Petty Betty. We'll call her Betty. So he talked about her, met her through high school. That was my first love. That's probably the only chick I ever loved in my life, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Now take it. By this time, of course, we Facebook buddies. And don't do this whole female snooping Facebook type shit. You know what I mean? But if I'm your Facebook friend, and if I notice that on your Facebook, quote unquote, notice that on your Facebook, all of a sudden this ex-girlfriend just popping up in comments with smiley faces, heart eyes, got a little LOL moment, anything that, he posts.
Guys,
LOL,
I don't know why it keeps
that.
deleting.
And so I'm a little curious. I'm like, wait a minute. I've been talking to you, for about, let's just say 6 months by this point. And she ain't been on your Facebook. Why is she on your Facebook now? All of a sudden, I'm a little confused.
So
a lot of messages getting deleted. Huh?
So okay, so he tells you about there's a girl that he loved, or is his first love, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of knew of her, you knew of Becky, right?
Right.
So you're saying she wasn't on his Facebook before, or you didn't know?
She wasn't there. According to him, he blocked her on Facebook. They had no communication. His whole thing was fuck her. I'm so done with her. Fuck her. So for her to just pop up mysteriously, I was a little curious about that. Like I thought she was blocked. What happened?
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So I asked him about it, and his whole thing was, that's my Facebook page. That's my Facebook. I can have whoever on my Facebook page I want to have on my Facebook. This is the first time I've ever heard this type of attitude from the guy that I'm like, so going bananas over. I'm like, wait a minute, yo, I just asked you a simple question. Like, and that's when the whole look, I ain't got no girlfriend type stuff, started to surface.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you don't have a girlfriend.
So he got a little defensive.
Right.
Okay. Got you. Right.
So, it went from that. So anyway, we're just gonna fast forward. That happened. Of course, got over that, talked about it.
Wait. Not to definitely a red flag, but
I can't hear you right now.
No,
huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so I just want to go a little bit back. So you seen her on the Facebook. How did you see this? How did you see this? Can you explain how this how did you see her on the Facebook?
He'll make a post. He likes to post lyrics from songs. He'll make a post and you'll see like 8 comments. So you click on the comments and you look through the comments and
I
damn,
got you.
there she was, and I knew her name.
So it was just all in your face.
Right, and she still had pictures back in the day of them together on her page too. That's how I knew it was her. Right.
And when you did question him about this,
He was defensive, like, and according to him, he didn't want nothing to do with her. He was done. She played him. She cheated on him. You know what I mean? He was done with that. That was a wrap. That's the way he described it. But when I asked him about it, like, why you worried about that? It was just all like, he'll just get kind of like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, don't question me. Like, you know what I mean? That's how he was. He didn't like questions. He didn't like that.
Okay.
And that was my first time. So yeah. So anyway, fast forward, of course, we got over that shit, kept talking. I mean, we traveling back and forth like a lot. It don't even feel like we live in different cities. Like he coming down, I'm coming down. He drove before, I drove before. Like we on the phone, like 10-hour drives, 10.5-hour drives back and forth. We buying each other shit. We got my son met his nephew, like birthday party invites, like, you know what I mean? We're like a tight knit, you know what I'm saying, kind of thing. I feel like I'm in a relationship. Who's commuting to Houston in a car multiple times, or even me on the other hand, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm in a relationship, but I never like questioned it except for that first time when he said it. So anywho, fast forward some more, all of a sudden we talking about moving in together. He dig me, he fuck with me or whatever, like let's make this move. Who gonna move where? You gonna come to Houston, or would you be willing to move to Memphis?
Yeah.
Of course, me being the female that I am, I said, yeah. I said, well, at the end of the day, you got Junior, your dead brother's son or whatever. And then he got his grandmother, his family. I wouldn't dare ask you to leave that little boy that loves him dearly. Even, I would never deprive him of that. And I was just like, my son gonna come with me. I don't have a very big family out here. I'm kind of, not really one deep, but for the most part, I said, you know what? It's cool. My job's transferable. I'm willing to go out there and move to Memphis. Bam.
Oh, so you finna pack up and leave now.
Correct.
So this was the stage I was at in your relationship.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Correct. So yeah, our quote unquote relationship, right?
Okay. So at this point in time, nobody made it official. No, nothing.
I made it official in my head, but I guess he never did. I kind of just found out as steps were taken.
Hold on. What did you say? Say what you said again. You made it official in your head?
I made it official in my head. Like, look at everything that's going on. What do you mean? We sexing, no protection. I'm meeting a family. I don't know of anything else. You traveling to me? Like, I mean, we're doing everything.
Was there a conversation on, yo, is this official? There had to have been a conversation.
Not at that point.
So y'all like what? Y'all almost a year deep and no one's like,
we
yo.
Probably like
So ain't talking about moving and stuff. So, but there's no, hey, we're together. We're not together.
No, not until a month before we broke up is when he finally made it official. But during that duration of the time, in his mind, like if he tells a story right now, he's gonna say we were never together. He's gonna say he never had a girlfriend throughout that whole entire, situation that we had. So I'm like, why am I moving out here? Why am I even considering moving out here? And you're not even gonna say that, I'm your girlfriend. He didn't. I didn't even know, but he was not claiming me. He wasn't claiming me. And like I said, so in between all that time, this female, this ex-girlfriend is like still on his Facebook in some kind of way. So anywho, like I said, we're talking about it. So take it. I put in my 60-day notice at my apartment for my lease. Told him I was moving out on this and this date. Had already found a crib. He put the money down for the deposit. Everything is like a go. I'm out in Memphis. We looking at real estate. Everything is a go. I drive back home. Me and my son drive back home that same day or whatever. We find it. I got boxes. I got my transfer working at my job. Like I got everything going good.
Woo.
When
Woo.
I come home,
Woo.
we went, put it like this. I'm going to say, let's just say it was Sunday. I don't remember what day of the week it was, but let's just say Sunday. Up until the following Sunday, I didn't get one phone call from him. I didn't hear from him. And I told myself, I said, you know what? It's kind of strange that I'm going through this whole process to, make something happen that he talked about. And I haven't heard from him. So did I reach out to him? Hell no. I didn't reach out to him either. I wanted to see how long it was going to take for him to call me.
So you didn't hear from him for a week?
Facts.
So at this point in time, what if he was hurt? What if he was God forbid, dead, and you just didn't want to reach out to him? Because this is not normally his activities, right?
Correct, but we have social media now. It's 2018 at this time, maybe 17. We have social media. I know the last time you were active on Facebook. I know you just posted a Snapchat clip like, 2 hours ago. Oh, you're alive, honey bump. I see you driving with your top down, with your bang like you always do, turned up. Yeah. I mean, this how he is in his shit. Like, he like this.
So
And I'm
he
like,
he
yo,
he was ignoring you and posting on social media.
he didn't call me and I didn't call him, right? On purpose to see how serious he was.
So okay, let's back it up. So when you got back, you guys didn't speak at all.
When I returned home, I didn't get nothing from him.
So
my whole trip, once I departed Memphis and drove back home with my child, he didn't call me at all. Not even on a, hey, I'm just checking on you. You're driving 10 and a half hours as a woman by yourself with your son. I didn't get one phone call as a, hey, y'all okay? Y'all good?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I didn't get nothing like that. Nothing. Not one phone call from him. Right. I see your face.
No, I definitely that's definitely wrong.
That's very much so wrong. So as I go home, I'm like, damn, something's not right. So there were 7 days went by. It's Mother's Day. Mother's Day came back around on a Sunday. Mother's Day was here. He finally decides to reach out to me. He texts me, Happy Mother's Day. I was at like a little get together with the family. He texts me, Happy Mother's Day. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you.
So where we at? A week now? A week and a half later? What?
This is literally like 7 whole days. I counted the days. This is literally 7 days since I left. The first time he hit me up with a text message that said Happy Mother's Day.
So how are you feeling during these 7 days of not speaking to someone you speak to every day? What is that like? Are those days long? What is it like?
I was hurt. I was like really, really hurt. Like when I tell you I was drinking wine, like, and not wine because I just want to relax and settle down type shit, but I was like drinking wine to go to sleep at night because I didn't understand what the fuck was going on type shit. I was hurt because I didn't understand. It's like I got boxed. Like I'm looking at boxes. I'm packing boxes. Like, you know what I mean? You brought this to me. You pursued me in the beginning. Like, what happened? I don't understand what happened. Like, we not fighting. We good. We have a good ass time together. I don't like what the fuck is going on. So yeah, I was a little hurt. So when I got that text message, I'm turned up because I'm drinking more now, so I'm turned up at the party, you know what I mean? Like taking shots with the family, having a good ass time. I get this text, I look at my phone like, who the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Who the fuck are you? Like I'm already drunk, so I'm full of the liquor, you know what I mean? So you text me at the worst time when I'm already bottling all these emotions for 7 fucking days. Like
7
you
days
just
is a
text
long
me
time
at the
to
wrong
bottle some
time,
emotions.
bro.
I'll tell you that. That shit for like 2 months.
So I'm like, so now you know me? Like now you know exactly who the fuck I am? Like I ain't heard from you on whatever. So when I leave, he was like, man, just hit me up when you leave the shindig. Bet. I'm drunk by the time I get home. As soon as I get home, I can't wait. Like I get on my clothes, bro. I dial him. I'm bloop, what's up? He's talking about, yeah, like he trying to talk calm and shit. And I'm just like, I ain't heard from you in about 7 days. I mean, what's good? Like, I mean, you forgot about me. Like, I'm talking. And like I said, he don't like questions. I already said that in the beginning. He don't like questions. So he's sitting there. He real quiet. I'm just talking. When I tell you I'm running my mouth like crazy, I'm going the fuck off. I'm not cursing at him. I'm not calling him out of his name. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Are we supposed to be doing this? This? You know what I'm saying? I thought I was your girl. Like, I'm not understanding. Wait. Hold up. Girlfriend. I ain't got no girlfriend.
Whoa.
What you mean you got no girlfriend?
What you mean?
What do you mean you don't have a girlfriend?
What do you mean? So wait. So you said you didn't call your girlfriend for a week, and he said,
I ain't got no gal. He from Memphis, so he country as shit. He country as hell. I ain't got no gal, like shit. I ain't never had no gal, like with my girlfriend. Like, nah, I ain't got no gal, whatever. I said, this ain't your first time saying that to me. I said, so what the fuck are we doing? Oh, what you mean what we doing? I said, what the fuck are we doing? Like, why am I moving? Why am I transferring? Why is this stuff going on? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Shit, we just trying to see, if you can be my girlfriend. We at the phase of trying to see, what we gonna do. Like, I don't even know if I want a girlfriend right now and, whatever. What the fuck you mean at the phase? My my 60-day notice to my apartments. I told them I'm moving the fuck out. I'm transferring my job. I got boxes in my living room. We just put a fucking deposit down on a goddamn place. Like, what the fuck do you mean, bro? Like, well, that's that. You ain't got no girlfriend? So I went off again. Next thing you know, this man says, you know what? I tried. I'm not doing this shit. I ain't for all that arguing and he country. I ain't for all that arguing.
You gotta be kidding me right now.
I swear to God. He was like, I ain't for all that arguing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, man. Bye. Fool hung up. I call him back. He don't answer. I go to voicemail. I call him again. He don't answer. I go to voicemail. I text him. He don't text back. The next day he texts back, basically leave him alone. I said, leave you alone. I said, brother, you realize everything I just did? Like, I put my notice in to move. I'm supposed to be moving there. Literally, we was going to move in like the next month. Like, literally, like, barely 4 weeks. I said, I just put my notice in to move. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do? What the fuck do you mean? He straight up, bam. Like, I mean, when I tell you dude went ghost, he didn't answer a call. He didn't answer a text message. Like, nothing. Dude went ghost. I didn't talk to him for I don't know how long. So one day, I'm still distraught.
Hold on. I gotta put this into context. You know, people pull up to the chat, they coming in and out. So so far, you met this guy, cool guy, he's pursuing you. You ain't trying to give him no play. He's pursuing you for a while, finally gets your number. He's talking to you for like 4 or 5 months. He flies you out, flies you in, you meet his moms. You meet basically his child, you meet his family, y'all piping it down, y'all, and then you seen one red flag because when you came back, you seen his ex-girl comment on his Facebook post where he said he doesn't talk to his ex-girl no more. Whatever, that slides, y'all flying back and forth, he's coming out, you coming out. Then there's the conversation of, yo, I think you should move out here, because you didn't want him to move out there to leave his little nephew that he takes care of. So right. He was like, yeah, okay, cool. So you went to go look for apartments. You found some nice ones. You put in 60-day notice at your apartment. You got a job transfer, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So now you get everything. You're with your son, and now you drive back. After you get the apartment, you drive back home, which is a 10-hour drive, and he doesn't message you for a whole week. Okay. And now he don't message you for a whole week. He messages you and says, "What's up?" Like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. So
yeah.
You confront him like, "Hey, what's going on? Why has it been a week? Why haven't you contacted me for a week? This is not the communication that was set from our standards over this past year, correct?"
Mm-hmm. So over a year at this point. We down there 2 years.
You're hitting 2 years. So this makes sense. This is a reasonable question. This is a reasonable question to ask. Then he says, "Listen, I can't deal with this. I'm out. Leave me alone."
Right. And he completely ghosted.
And went ghost.
Completely.
He got what he wanted, the booty.
But we're talking 2 years.
We're talking 2 years, man. That's not. I won't say that.
Yeah. So this the icing on the cake right here. Like I said, we still social media friends, and I told you about this quote unquote chick.
So we're back to the chick, the ex chick.
A week later, I'm in my bed. When I tell y'all I was so sad, oh my God, like literally in my room all day in the dark type shit. I'm drinking like a bottle of wine a night just to go to sleep. And I would wake up like probably 5 hours later with tears still in my eye because I didn't understand like what the fuck happened. I was hurt like crazy.
So what was your mental state at this point in time? How was you feeling? Like what was your days like? How did you go to work? How did you cope with this? Because you must be devastated and heartbroken. So can you explain how you felt at that time?
It was literally to the point where every single person that I work with would walk up on me and be like, "Oh my God, your eyes are so sad. Are you okay?" And every single day. And it was just like, I would be like, "I'm good." And they were like, "No, you're not. Like, what's wrong? Like, come talk to me." Something's like literally every day. And I'm talking different people. Now I've worked with these people for maybe like at this point, maybe 3 or 4 years. So they know me on a regular basis, you know? And it's like my whole attitude, everything was like, I was sad as shit. Cause I was like, what the fuck happened? And what made it worse, this is like really probably what put me in like a real bad state of depression where I said, I'm not fucking with nobody. A week later, after he did this shit, I'm laying in my bed. looking on social media. Because, at this point, I'm like looking at his Facebook like all the time. I'm looking at Snapchat all. I'm trying to see like what the fuck. You know what I mean?
So you don't believe in out of sight, out of mind?
Not at that point. Not if I'm a chick that's like really feeling like Cinderella with this new guy that makes me laugh. He's funny. He got his own shit. He taking care of his kid. He not no sorry piece of trash. Like, he not calling me a bitch every day. He not, you know what I mean? Like, he's really opening the door for me. Like, he's established. Like, he makes good money. Like, I mean, like, we good together. Like, I really, really enjoy dude a lot. For me to be traveling back and forth and for him to be traveling back and forth, like, our shit was bananas. He even met my mama and he met my fucking dad.
Damn.
Like, we was, you know what I mean? So I was happy. Like, my people like him, you did. So yeah, I was distraught. I was like, what the fuck? So a week later, like I said, I'm on Snapchat, I'm looking, he posts something. I see a plate of food. I see the camera do this. So you snapping, all right? So you snapping. You go from the desk down, plate of food. Then you got his homeboy right here to his left. Bam. Go to his right. Guess who's sitting on his motherfucking right-hand side?
Nah, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Ex-girlfriend, Zozo.
Oh,
the
my
motherfucking
gosh.
ex-girlfriend sitting on his side to his right. This is a week after. So I rewinded that shit and I kept going back, bro. I kept going back. Like, I know I did not just see what the fuck I just saw. I know I did not see what the fuck I just saw. I know, like, even talking about it kind of make me low-key want to cry. Because you have no idea how to fuck. I mean, when I tell y'all, my heart dropped to the fucking ground.
So you didn't even see like an extra plate. You seen her in high definition?
High definition. It was a plate. Then his homeboy, he had his homeboy Stone that I met several times on his left. I knew who that was. Went to his right. She was sitting right there, right next to him, literally right in the face. Right in the face. Like, he just flossed that shit in my face on purpose. Like, that's how the fuck I took it. Like, bitch, we finna move. We supposed to be moving in together. Like, why is this bitch on your right? And I knew when I saw that bitch back on his Facebook, I said something's wrong. And then what dude don't want to check on his lady within 7 whole days? His quote unquote, even though according to him, but I mean, come on now. For 7 whole days, somebody else got your attention, right? Somebody else has to have your attention, which I kind of knew, but I didn't think it would be her. So let me add another layer on top of the cake. A week later, by this point, I'm on her Instagram. I ain't gonna lie, I'm checking out her Instagram. Guess what I saw on her Instagram? Just guess, though.
Hold on. Okay.
Guess, though.
Wait.
Guess what I saw on her Instagram.
Before I guess, you said you was on her Instagram, so you did your research.
Yeah, I found her ass on Instagram. I sure did.
So question. So was you using your profile or a fake profile?
I had a fake profile on Facebook because that shit was private at one point, but Instagram, I was using mine. Okay. Even my homegirl, I had like an investigative homegirl. She was like, "Ooh, bitch, I found it. She all like, "Ooh, bitch, hey, go look, type this in right now." You know, so we just like,
I need a little bit of your insight so us males can see how you females, you know. So you been had this? Did you been have this, or did this situation make you creep, or was you kind of peeping it and being like, I know where she's at if I need to find her type shit?
Nah, it wasn't that deep. It didn't get it was only social media stuff just to see what she was posting. To see, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she was all in love, you can just, me being a woman, you can always tell just based on other women's, posts.
Women
what's
tuition,
good,
right?
what you doing. Like, if you went out to dinner tonight, so yeah, it was something like that. So, like I said, fast forward 1 week later when I saw her Instagram page, go ahead and guess what I saw on her Instagram page. Take a guess. Come on. You already know what it is. Who in chat know? Look at me.
Yo, wait. So she was with your man in a new crib?
Nope. Worse.
Proposed to?
The bitch was pregnant.
What the?
The bitch was fucking pregnant. And what's crazy, me and him were working on having a baby. Like, no kidding. Like, literally, like he's bursting in me on a regular basis because he didn't have no kids and he wanted kids allegedly with me. The bitch is pregnant on Instagram with her stomach poked. They at a hotel room. Like, I can tell she like standing in front of a hotel mirror with her stomach poked.
You gotta be kidding me right now.
With his name tagged.
So
in
hold
it,
up.
Let's pedal back because
let's pedal back because I like the shit visually. Like I like to. So hold up. So now it's starting to make sense why dude was doubling back.
Mm-hmm.
So she was pregnant, but you left out that part that you said that he. This is a lifetime. You left out the part that you said you guys was trying for a baby. You left out that part.
I left that out. Yeah, I did.
Wow. So you guys, this is what I say. Everything's within context. So now now I understand why you thought you was his girl, because you was.
I was his girl. I was doing girl shit. I mean, we're literally hosting birthday parties together. I mean, we're doing everything.
that follow.
I don't understand. Like, I wasn't his girlfriend, but I guess I wasn't his girlfriend because he was too busy talking back to the ex that he said he would never talk to again in his life.
But the baby thing, this is what gets me, right? So y'all had a discussion. Did he present? And like, this doesn't matter, but it's more, you know, it's more cushion, whatever. So he presented he wanted to have a baby with you.
It just kind of, the conversation came up of him not having no kids. He said all the girls in Memphis are ratchet. You know, like, this is first time he actually met a woman that's, you know, about her money, about her business, take care of her son. You know what I mean? Got her own shit. And he was like, in his, according to him, you know, his compliments toward me is, you know, like, you the one. Like, I've never met a chick like this before. Like, you're not at the club every weekend turning up, doing this and this and that. You know, like, you take care of your business. So it just kind of happened that way. So, you know, when we got into it, it was just like, you know, you just nutted at me, right? You know what I mean? And it'd just be like, you know, you just nutted at me. Like, are we playing being? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
See, this is the context that I wanted, because he initiated it. So
Right.
it was like, obviously, like you're saying, you was welcome to it, but he was initiating it, because a lot of men will be like, oh, I didn't want that, but he's initiating that shit.
Right.
You feel me? So that's what brings it to a whole nother level. He's initiating it with. So at this time, he's having unprotected sex with you and unprotected sex with Shorty.
Right. I didn't know. I wish I would have known, because I thought the dick was mine. Only mine. Because look, I don't do STDs for one. I ain't have a clue. He hid that shit so well, but I should have knew. Because like I said, that whole 7-day gap, something was good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's like 7 days. This it's a 7-day gap. Like, it's not that much of a gap. It's like, but this dude's got a whole relationship, he making a whole family. So what if he had you pregnant at that time?
Right. Good thing I didn't get pregnant, right? Ain't God good? Ain't God good. So I found that out. You know, I instantly sent him a message. By this time, I'm messaging his ass on Snapchat so that I know that he fucking read it. Send him a message, you know, fuck you. I can't believe you did that shit. You know, you said you'll never deal with her again, you know, et cetera, type stuff. He looked at it, never responded. He never responded to anything I ever sent.
This boy cold.
So anyway, it took me about 3 or 4 months to maybe 6 to get over that situation. Like, it really did. It took me a minute. Luckily, I was able to get the what do you call it? The notice to move. I got that revoked. You know, my apartment manager, she was cool as shit. You know what I'm saying? She took that back, so I didn't have to move out of my apartment. Of course, I just canceled my transfer for my jobs or whatever. It just got back on track, you know, slowly. But when I tell you I was distraught as shit. But what's crazy, guess what? We in 2020. Guess who just tried to pop back up in my life and still working to this day to get me back? Still working hard as shit to get me back to this day. Dude, right.
So
Still,
so you're telling me right now, dude. We going back to the review. So dude does all of this stuff, courts you, flies you out, flying back in a relationship, tells you he wants a fucking baby with you. 2 years now, then he disappears for 7 days. And then after the 7 days, he pops up, you confront him, and he says, yo, I don't even want this no more.
right.
Then a couple days later, you go on his ex's Instagram, which you had a red flags
you forgot
about.
the Snapchat first when I saw her at the restaurant.
Okay, yeah, that's before you. Yeah, you see. So you went on his Snapchat and you see him basically popping bottles with his ex.
Right.
So you like, what the fuck? So you pull up on her Instagram, and the bitch is pregnant.
The bitch is pregnant.
Damn. So okay, so how much months was she pregnant? I just need to know. Was she like 2 months? What was going on?
My guess, by looking at the picture, I would say she was maybe roughly around like 4 or 5, because y'all can tell I'm a thick chick. You know what I'm saying? So he like him, with a little weight on him or whatever. He kind of like, he don't like that slim petite shit. So just guessing, I'd say she probably like 4 or 5 months.
So he been new.
You're right.
So even before him telling, he could have backed out when it's like, yo, let's not do the moving thing. So he been new.
Right.
So by that time when you asked him about the ex, he was like, I got nothing to do with her, but he was killing it.
He had to have been for that whole time when she popped back up with all her comments on Facebook. Cause like, bro, if somebody blocked, like, why are they unblocked mysteriously? Like, what, one day you just sitting there and you're just like, oh, just unblock for the hell of it. No, some kind of communication happened.
It was
You know what I mean? Obviously. So it must have been going on for a minute. So now, like I said, he trying to, get me back in some kind of way, talking about, what I'm saying, I'm the one, he rooting for me, and would I like to come out, and see him next month or whatever. He want to fly me out in August when he take his vacation.
Hold on. So this was 2018 going on to 2019, right? And then
we haven't talked. Yeah, I didn't have relationships since then. My ex or whatever.
How long was this? A year plus gap?
It's been about a year and a half, yeah, since me and him have had any kind of conversations.
So before you get to that, him pulling back up, you know what I want to know, right?
What's up?
Did he have the baby?
The baby was born, what you call it, stillborn. The baby died. And I hate to say it, but it kind of seemed like karma. And I don't want to do that, but the baby never made it. The baby didn't make it. So his story behind that, now he's telling me again he done with her because they were supposed to get a tombstone and they were going to go half on the tombstone for the baby. And she ended up spending the money on something else. Like, she just didn't care. And he just like, fuck her, like, bitch didn't give a fuck about our baby, So it kind of, to me, it just sounds like a fucking puppy dog, just like trying to come back, crying with his tail between his legs, like, I fucked up, you know what I mean? Please forgive me. But look, the baby died. The baby died.
So what was your him popping back up? What was you doing on the receiving end?
Like receiving end as far as what part? Him popping back or the baby dying? I mean, what part?
Yo, Jimmy, what's up? Something wrong with my bot, yo. It keeps deleting people in the chat. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I gotta fix the bot. I don't know what's going on. I'm saying, you just told me that you knew some, I don't know. I don't know why it keeps deleting. Like, I've checked my filters and everything. It's just got a mind of its own right now. So, you said you knew he was like, yo, all of this stuff, like she wouldn't pay for the tombstone and stuff. But how did you know that? You must have had conversations with him, right?
Yeah, we had a conversation because I saw it on social media that his baby died. So
after all that he did to you, you spoke to him again.
I spoke to him.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, so he told me about it. I was like, damn, sorry to hear that. It's like a year and something later. Like, I'm not as mad and hurt as I was before Avi. You know what I mean? It was just like, damn, I'm sorry to hear that. Even on the back of my mind, I got the homegirls in the back. Yeah, the baby died because he did you like that. That's what the fuck he get. But I'm not an evil person. I'm nice as shit. I'm sweet as shit. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, look, that's fucked up because he would have been a good, dad just based on how he treat the nephew. So I did kind of feel bad for him. He was kind of hurt about it. So we had that conversation, but we never had any other conversations. Now take it. Like I told you, remember the brothers on Xbox that he just happened to know as well? Mm-hmm. So I'm Xboxing like I normally do with the fam. He popping in out the blue. You know what I mean? Like he talking like he used to do back in the day. He popping in out the blue like, what's good, y'all? But he talking to them. He not talking to me. But I know the only reason that he in this party right now is because I'm in this motherfucking party. Because my people, when he not in there, they be like, excuse me. Sorry, my mouth. He ain't never in here unless you in here. That's like, this is what they telling me. Unless your name is on the list, he's not coming in. So he's trying to get my attention in some kind of way. It's just time progress. By this time, I'm dating somebody else. My number changed. Like, I'm done with you, dude. Like, I'm over that. I had that little hurdle. We done. And like I said, even still to this day. So now I'm just getting to this little streaming stuff, as you know, Zoe. Now all of a sudden, guess who want to stream? Now he want to stream. Now he want to call me. Hey, I need some advice.
Oh, so he's a streamer. He's a streamer.
He barely a streamer. Barely a streamer.
Interesting.
Barely a streamer. He only did it because I've said, I'm streaming now. You just catch up. You know what I mean? And he said, yeah, I've been looking into that. I got me a gaming laptop. Just like those stuff like that. So I think it's like kind of reasons to reach out to me. So like I said, he want to fly me out next month. I told him that ain't gonna happen. I said, once I love you once, I will never love you again. Like, I don't mind if, you want to call and, whatever. But look at him. What's his Twitch? I don't mind, like you calling just to kind of chop it up or whatever. Like, even his mama, she posted on my Facebook, little stuff or whatever. And it's just like, dude, you did me dirty. And he was like, man, the person I am today is not the same person I was back then. Like, like really trying to be persuasive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm good, dude. I'm good in this entirety. I don't want no smoke, but he's very persuasive. But I'm not going, y'all. Don't say nothing. I'm not going.
Someone said that's a lie. And then someone said he's a hoe. So, guys, after all of this, after all the bullshit he motherfucking did to her, she's still having conversations with Pete. I don't understand this. Like,
we talking like once every month. It's not even.
But
it's
why?
not
why are y'all even
deal.
talking? Like, from the story you're telling me, that if he had this situation, if this situation didn't go wrong for him, he didn't care about your feelings. He left you in the dust. You said you was drinking. You was in a dark place. You couldn't think. You couldn't work. You couldn't do all of this. Once a month is 2 months. Too much. Tell a perp. Like, all of this shit's happening, and then it's kind of like you only can get suckered once. You know what I'm saying? If you get suckered twice, you the sucker. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like he was grimy with it. Like, he was mad grimy with it. Like, he didn't give a fuck about your feelings and what happened to those feelings. Like, this is not like, oh, yo, I fucked up. I just fucked some random bitch and, yo, you know what I mean? Like, dudes make mistakes, but he's like, I'm going to have a baby with both of y'all. And since you're not pregnant, I'm not going to tell. All this stuff you found out, not even to say he had the decency to tell you and be real with you. You get what I'm trying to say? He didn't tell you.
Yeah.
And now, because homegirl probably dipped on him again, which he did in the first place.
Right. Right. I get it. I shouldn't have no conversations with him. But it's not like he'll text me out the blue, and I'm just like chilling, maybe watching Netflix, minding my business, you know what I mean? He'll text me out the blue and I'll look at it and I might take, I look at it, put the phone back down. Like, I'm not anxious. I'm not into that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just quick, type back and
you guys don't like
what the fuck you want? Like,
the talk show thing? It should be just chatting.
I guess it's like the nice girl instinct in me where it's just like, what you doing? And I'm like, yeah, watching Netflix. What's up?
I forgot
nothing
to
much,
update
was thinking about this. You figured out if you're gonna come out here in August or whatever. Yeah, so it's just like, and now I look at it and I put my phone back down. Like, I'm not even interacting in it. I'm not even like responding to that question. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he'll call me sometimes out the blue. I ignore the call.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of females.
I don't know.
A lot of females.
I'm just saying, bro.
A lot of females love hard. Like, just like my
Where you at, homie? I can't even hear you.
Oh, you can't. Oh shit, my bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah. So I said, a lot of females like it's kind of like, Angel was just on, and then he was going back and forth, and you seen how toxic that relationship went, right? And he was married, right? But it got very toxic. When you allow disrespect, you welcome disrespect. You get what I'm trying to say? That's my advice. So at the end of the day, when you get into a relationship or a commitment, you set your standards, right? So people know who to try and who not to try. But now you accepting him back, or even having that conversation where he can just talk to you.
Yeah.
After doing you so bad, you're kind of letting him know what he can do and what he cannot do with you. You
So
know what
I'm
I'm saying?
fucking up. I'm fucking up by even having that. It should just be like a straight, what the fuck you calling me for, and never respond. Like he did. I mean, hey, he did me dirty.
Yeah, they saying,
He
look,
did me
Mitch said
dirty.
once they do you wrong, and like this wasn't even a wrong. Like people make mistakes with human beings. Like sometimes we have the urge and we just get lost in the sauce and we don't want to hurt people, but we end up hurting people. This was like premeditated. This was like, you know what you're doing, but because he knows your heart, he knew he could do that.
That's what I think too.
Of course, people know people's heart. They know what they can do. Oh, you're a nice girl. Yeah, I don't even want you right now. Fuck out of here. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And then he go do what he want to do. And then she did him dirty. So he's like, man, I'm gonna go back to what. And I know she's gonna take me. And then, like you said, he took him 4 months and he finessed it. He got time. He's gonna finesse it. He gonna call you once a month. He gonna call you twice a month. Yo, let's get something to eat. He gonna remind you of old times. You can't be a fool, man, because you're not to blame for this situation. But if you go back, you're to blame.
Yeah. And I think that's probably, I really do feel like that's kind of what he muscling up toward. You know what I mean? Like just to see. I do feel that because a lot of men, and I think that's like one of the reasons why I was so attracted to him, like I said before, because like men prior to him, they've always like, I swear, like people have always tried to take advantage of my nice nature. You know what I mean? In some kind of way, rather if it's just, the aunt that never call you and who just want you to fucking babysit because they know I'm not going to say no.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't ever hear from you, auntie. Like you only call me when you want something. You know what I mean? Because I rarely ever say no. So it's just kind of like, I think and he sees that shit and he knows that shit. So I don't know, but my lesson is learned. It's learned.
But is it learned? Because it doesn't sound like it's learned. Like I understand feelings like, women are attracted to assholes. Because assholes, they're kind of nice guys. You know what I'm trying to say? Like but at the same time, I think this is a human to human being. It's like there's certain things you just don't do to other human beings.
Facts.
You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, at the end of the day, like I get it. Like I get it from a man's point of view. Sometimes we lust other women or we're in relationships and we have other relationships. I get all of that, but it's just like he didn't have to go out his way to tell you, yo, I want a baby and move out here. Like he could have fucked your life up. You could have had a baby. You could have moved out there. You could have ruined your credit. Like you're doing too much.
That's what my best friend was telling me.
I appreciate
I was
that,
doing
Ray,
too much, y'all.
because of me.
She said that shit. She said it. She was like, bitch, what the fuck? He needs to be moving out here. And I was just like, well, I don't want him to leave that little boy. Like Junior was like maybe 3 at the time, 3, maybe 4. And when I tell you, he loves his uncle so much. And it just would have broke my heart. I'm like, my kid coming with me, So I don't know. That was stupid. I feel like that was real stupid, but maybe I haven't learned my lesson. I don't know.
Like the thing about this show, right? It's like, it's good, it's entertaining. We like the juicy, we like the drama, we like all the bullshit. But it's one of the things is what I wanted it to be about is to like relate to people, because people who are watching this either going through the same thing or they can avoid going through the same thing, So at the same time, I have to give some type of constructive criticism and be like, you mad stupid if you go back. You mad stupid if you even let that energy, because we all on a frequency, right? So you know what I'm saying? Certain frequencies you can't get to depending on where you put your energy at. So he shouldn't be able to get to your frequency. That's all I'm trying to say. And he's confident that he can get that back. And that is the problem. Why is he so confident that he can get it back? And it shouldn't be that.
It wasn't nothing that I wouldn't do for him when he had me.
And even listening to you, I see the forgivingness, like forgive. Yo, you can forgive. You can forgive because you forgive for you. I don't want to hold that burden. But remember those nights you were crying. Remember them nights you was in bed sleeping by yourself, and this was supposed to be your best friend, and you talked to, and you was crying at night and all that shit. Remember them times you was drinking those liquors? That didn't feel good, did it?
Not at all, especially the next day when I was like running late for work and my head fucking spinning, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, I mean, I feel like shit. I would literally go to work and people be like, I smell liquor on your breath.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, what? I brush my teeth. Like, and they be like, I smell liquor on your breath.
So
I'm like, oh my God.
you understand that pain. So why would you feed that pain again? Subconsciously, do you like that pain? Because you must, because you got to ask yourself, as good as it felt just as bad. So let me get over this situation so I don't have to feel that situation again in any type of way. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got to say. That's my advice to you. Because it just sounds like the whole situation, he's doing you dirty and he's taking your kindness for weakness or your greatness, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, Mishi said she has an idea, make a list of pros and cons and add it up. Is it worth it? And you should see it, you know, because you write that down, you're seeing it. Yo, I feel good. It's like, I feel good, but what's the end result of feeling this?
Yeah, I don't want the dude though. You know what I mean? I don't want him. Honestly, he doesn't even like deserve like 3 minutes of my time. I get what you're saying. He don't deserve none of
Look,
that.
we got Angel in the chat. Look what Angel said. Remember the shit you went through will keep you from going back to the situation. He knows you good now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you getting over the situation, but then the hey can draw you back. The text can draw you back. You've gotta, like, that's what I said, out of sight, out of mind. You gotta like just block that. You shouldn't even be looking at his Facebook. You shouldn't be looking at his Instagram until you know you're strong enough. And strong enough in a sense where you can go in and feel no way. You're not remembering no good times. You're not remembering no bad times. Block him, and if he finds you, say I like girls, now leave me the fuck alone, basically.
Say I like the ladies too a little bit, you know? But no, but check it though. But check it. Let me ask you a question as a guy real quick. Do you think it's bad for a female, and be honest though, do you think it's bad for a female to compliment a guy a lot when y'all like probably midway into getting to know each other? And what I mean by compliment, I mean like, you know how women will look back and we'll be on the phone chopping it up with a dude and we'll be like, I've never had a guy. I've never had a guy. No one has ever. Like, damn, you doing that? Like, you know, like does that kind of open up the field of, oh, well, this bitch ain't never,
Well,
felt that
if
before. So if I do this, maybe I can get her to,
I get
like
what you're
kind of like a
saying.
gameplay. You know what I mean? Like
It's good when a woman compliments you and will be like, damn, I've never experienced that. I never, or yo, no one's talked to me in the way you've talked to me, or no one handles me the way you handle me. Hey, Gunner, thank you for them subs. Thank you so much, Gunner. I appreciate that. Those gifted subs. It's always good to feel that feeling, but only a weak person would take advantage of that. You know what I'm trying to say? Only a weak-minded person would say, oh, this person's so good that I'm going to take advantage of this situation, because you don't want to get stuck in a jaded situation where you don't give compliments because because your last situation fucked you up. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So, exactly that. So at the end of the day, if you got to understand you're a kind person and don't change yourself. You're beautiful. You got a beautiful soul. You're gifted, but you got to protect that. So I understand that you was fooled. Like there was no signs. Yo, you got a little red flag, the little homegirl, but everything was good. So there was no wrong what you did. Like you got bamboozled.
Right.
But the time that he did you dirty and you didn't know why, and then a week later you see him with the ex and he has that bitch pregnant. Yo, I'm sorry, man. Like I'm a burn. Like I will burn, but I'll burn by myself. Like I've been burned. I'm like, I'm burning, but I'm gonna take that burn. But once I'm over that burn, I ain't never going back. Fuck all that.
Do you know when I found that out, I literally packed a bag. I sent my son to my mama's house and I said, I'm finna drive to his house and fuck his shit up. 10 and a half hours. That's how I felt when it happened. But I walked out my door.
That's what Lily said, yo. You should have pulled up on him.
He wasn't expecting that 10 hours later. You know, I would have felt 10 hours of rage driving on the road, going like 100 miles an hour.
Like, I'm about to fuck
yo, I know what the fuck would have happened. Like, this would have been premeditated. The laws would have came up like, you drove 10 and a half hours. You knew what you were doing. You know, it would have been on my ass.
Yeah.
But I swear, no, I grabbed my bag, bro, and I walked down the steps. And I would live on the 3rd floor. I barely made it to like halfway down the steps. And I turned the fuck around and went back in my house. I'm like, what the fuck are you finna do? Like, what you finna do? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, he won't even respond to your messages. Imagine if you walk up, you drove 10 and a half hours and go, and don't nobody answer the fucking door. Like, I just drove 10 and a half hours and you're not even gonna answer the fucking door. Come on. What are you thinking?
you drove 10 hours. You drove 10 and a half hours. You gonna wait a couple hours for him to open that motherfucking door. I tell you that.
You better open up. You better open up this motherfucker. And I would have been out there like going bananas, bro. And the next thing you know, and he live in a good neighborhood. So next thing you know, the people cutting on lights, like I would have been out there, dogs barking, like who is crazy bitch?
Hey man, we've had some good we've had some crazy stories today. Like this shit gets better and better. Like, but anybody in the chat wanna give some advice? I know y'all giving some advice, so let's just open it up to the chat to give some advice. What do y'all think?
Who said that? Who was that silent? Somebody was since you had 10 hours.
Silent
it should
Lily.
be well planned. Ain't no getting caught. Ain't no getting caught.
Silent Lily, I know she low key crazy. She showing me she crazy now.
Yeah, look, hey, I can do it. I can do it. You know what they say? Like I'm a Cancer, so they be like, look, give you the shirt off their back, sweet as hell. But once you cross them, baby, look out. Look out. Don't you cross no Cancers. After we get over that hurt, it's over with. But
they said because of me, said don't make the same mistake twice. Right?
Right.
I honestly, like, again, I'm a little biased because I'm a man and I make mistakes, but I feel like you should forgive, but it's all discretion. Like, you can't let a motherfucker play you like that. That's what I said. It doesn't become a male and female thing. It becomes a human to human. Like, he's playing you as a human being, like on some real shit. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
This ain't Monopoly. Stop letting him play you like a game. Big facts, man. Stop letting him play you. That's why I said, like, a person that's very manipulative and you know he has that type of power, you need to stay the fuck away from.
Facts.
After the first time, it's a choice. I've had 2 cancers, my children, Lord.
Yeah.
I stay away from Geminis because it's a bipolar thing. So I
think so too.
I stay way from Geminis. Cancers, they kind of like right after Geminis, so
that's why we got that little sense of crazy in us, though, but we just sweet. Yeah, we got this sense of crazy. He's a Scorpio. Scorpios are the worst, if you ask me. I never did another Scorpio in my life. I swear, if I meet a dude today or tomorrow, bro, and then he's a Scorpio, I'm walking the other direction.
I think again, this is my advice. I think any relationship you step into again, I think you got to set your standards. So there should be no blurred lines like, are you my girl? Are you my man? It should be like, yo, obviously you're not going to be like, yo, this is what I want. You got to be like this. But there's got to be a time like, yo, well, you know, we like, you could talk for a couple weeks or you talk for a month or two. Be like, yo, this is what I'm looking for in this is where I want to build. I want a relationship and I want to build. So the person's aware and you can hold that person accountable. When it's silent or when it's like misconstrued, you can't hold someone accountable.
Right.
So at least now when someone go, yo, this is, you know, I want to be in a relationship. So what's up? Oh, let's build. Okay, I gotta step back because that's not what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You heard? So
yeah. It's like a guy that like I communicate with now. You know, I've been communicating with him for like 7 months, and he told me flat out he don't want a relationship. What they say?
You know, he's like, I'm a Gemini. Don't hate on my side like that.
Yeah, say Geminis are crazy, and he know it.
I don't know about the guy Geminis, but the girl Geminis, they're a whole different ballgame. I'll tell you that. It's 1 a.m.
Yeah, but he honest as shit though, man. He told me or whatever. He don't want a relationship right now. You know, I'm like, shit, me neither. I done been through too much. Like, I don't want one either, you know. So we just kind of. So I'm kind of going on a different.
But it's like even that. Like if a guy's telling you he doesn't want a relationship, you got to understand that you shouldn't be growing feelings for that person because you're gonna set yourself up. So if it's like, yo, I don't want a relationship, yo, we just fucking, and yo, get the fuck out of my house, peace. Like that's how it can't be like, yo, we hanging out, then we start doing relationship thing, because then you're repeating the cycle. It's like, well, I told you I don't want a relationship. Now you like, okay, because you're already in feelings for him, so you don't want to lose him.
He ain't fucked me yet. But
you say yeah. I'm not, and I ain't caught. Yo, y'all do like y'all want to dip. I ain't doing all that, but I'm just letting y'all know, like, just keep it, control the feelings, and test the waters. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta test the waters, a couple waters, don't be holding it to no man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You don't want to be on some shit like, you don't want to be saying why you gotta leave.
Which is, yo, it's crazy. Like, females, when we go, I mean, I'm not saying men don't either. I think, honestly,
we seen two men out here where women did them dirty. So at the end of the day, we've had two women, but there's been two men on here where they've done everything a woman wants. They've took care of them. They've took care of the kids. They've been the breadwinner, and these women still did them dirty.
I tell you what,
women
are
savages too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I feel like men don't go through it up until they're in a marriage or they have kids with the chick. Y'all don't go through like the tribulations of just being a female with men that like to talk to you and get to know you and hurt your heart and want to use you maybe just to have sex with you. And y'all go through that shit when you already have the female.
What?
I think when you got the family, that's what I think. I don't look. That's just my opinion in my experience, because it seems like, I've hurt men before. I've had men crying tears out like "don't leave me" type stuff, but I don't think y'all go through it as much as women do. You
know what's crazy, and that's why I appreciate like Angel and I appreciate Venom, because it's like women's perspective is like guys can't be hurt, and like guys don't, and it's like their emotions outweigh guys' emotions. You get what I'm trying to say? And it's like,
yeah,
why are we dividing the hurt? Why are we not making this? There's some guys that don't give a fuck, and there's some women that don't give a fuck. There's some women that give a fuck, and there's some guys that give a fuck. But guys hurt too. Guys have feelings. Guys have emotions too. But in our society, it's kind of like sometimes we can't express it because we get labeled as soft. We get labeled as a bitch. We get labeled as these kind of things. So but guys have feelings too. So don't say, oh, guys only get hurt when they in love or they got married. Like that is so fucking wrong to say.
You don't think so?
No.
So you don't, because okay. All right, well, I tell you what, if you have a guy in your chat or wherever
they all say no
without having the woman of their dreams, without having the woman that they wanted to be with, without being married at the time when it happened, there's just trials and tribulations like I feel like women do go through as young teenagers moving forward. Even if you get your virginity to the guy, like you think y'all together like this. It happens.
We don't give our virginity to a girl.
Yo, you get your virginity, but sometimes y'all the ones that's taking the virginity for the most part. I mean, and the girls just kind of get hurt. So I'm saying stories like that, I would love to hear.
Gunna said,
I hear a lot of people
said he did everything for a girl and she dipped. Like a girl's dipped on me. Like that's why I know that dark place. But I learned from it. I picked up because those red flags look like roses.
Right, I agree.
And I've been hurt, so that's why I'm like, I ain't never going back there again. But I can't be closed off to my future because of my past. But trust me, we get hurt very early. I would say like every guy gets hurt extremely early. Guys want love. Guys want there is some dudes that are out here dogging and they do their thing, whatever. But it's kind of like the thing about relationship. It's like the person who cares the least has the most power. Do you get what I'm saying? Because the person that cares the most, and that's why you have to have communication, so you understand where the dynamic is. So you're not falling head over heels for a person, and the person's just like, "Yo, what the fuck? We're just hanging out."
Right.
Yes, people lie and people deceit and people charm and people do all of this stuff. That's just the evil human being. It's like I got hurt once. After that, I don't give a fuck. Next referral was it? After a certain maturity level, it's either you want love or be loved or simply. And that's why I always say to a woman, right? I always say to a woman, I'm not the key to your happiness. You are the key to your happiness. I'm just here to enjoy and bring my happiness, and you bring your happiness, and we share. But if you're relying solely on someone to make you happy, That's the worst thing you can do, because that's impossible. It's impossible.
I never want anybody to make me happy.
Girls
Like,
hurt
you know, I
more.
find happiness in myself, but you know, I guess, I mean, I'm a female. Look, a female's never hurt me. You know what I mean? Like that. Men definitely have. So I guess that's why I feel that way. I've just never really heard in my experience stories of men that have something to share unless it was something that went on. Like my ex, the guy I'm talking about right now, he was hurt because of the baby. Like something has to
But
be.
that's why we have this show, because we're showing women's perspective and we're showing men perspective of her. Because everybody got a story, and sometimes people ain't shared that story. Angel never shared this story before. Venom never. But now everybody get to see it, so there's more compassion.
Right.
Because you can go off on how a woman feels because you're a woman, and then you relate to your friends, your homegirls, your homies. Your women will come in the chat and be like, yeah, fuck that nigga, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
You know? But when Venom was talking, what was the first thing y'all was saying? Well, what? So she did what she did because you didn't give her enough attention. So he was automatically in the wrong when he got done wrong. Oh, it's got to be his fault why she did what she did. But we don't say that to you. We just say, damn, that sucks, you know? Most women are used to being screwed over. That's why they would rather be with assholes half of the time than wonder why they get hurt. Some guys like myself become a punching bag because, again, men are pressed on not being able to show feelings, and that sucks.
That's true.
So that's all I'm trying to say. It's like we always defend, like, a woman can be an asshole just like a man can be an asshole. Right. But at the same time, love is blind, and sometimes our feelings are not. I don't want to go too deep, but sometimes like our feelings don't match what our mind is saying. Our logic, right? So
and that's the bad thing.
That's the bad thing. We got to have logic with emotions at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So again, you don't need to be speaking to this guy until you're at that level where there's no emotional connect. We all want love. We all want all these things, but we can achieve these things within ourselves and then understand our worth, so these things will no longer be tolerated or accepted in our life.
Does this sound like I must still kind of have a little soft spot, which is strange, like that soft spot of memory, I think, because like when I was talking about it, I kind of had like low key, my eyes started watering, like a tear almost dropped.
And that's the
when
thing.
I was talking about it,
and that's why Dr. Zoe is here. Dr. Zoe is here to help you and heal you. Of course, you're gonna still have feelings. That's why you gotta. I
have feelings of the hurt, not feelings of him and wanting him back. I don't want dude back, but obviously, I'm not over what happened and how
you need some type of closure. But what I'm trying to say is, within this mist, during this time, you've got to take this time and build up yourself to become the beast that you need to be. You know what I mean? Like, you need to just spend some time by yourself. Like, don't entertain anything. Get to know you. You grow every year. There's a new year every year. There's a new you every year. So you don't want to fall back into the victim of maybe a guy like him or something like that, and then you're back in the same track. You want to grow. You know what I'm saying? So, and then there was a certain type of girls I was attracted to. I was attracted to like the drama, them toxic girls, and I was like, oh, why am I always in the same position? Because I was attracted to that. I needed to take time for myself and realize. And then when I grew, I realized that it was my fault because I was attracted to that. And that's what comes with that. So now I'm not attracted to that. Or if I am, I know it's just like, I want a toxic summer. That's fun, whatever. But I don't give a fuck. It's not going to be nothing serious. Yo, Dragon, thank you for that. It's okay to have a little toxic fun, but you know where the line is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't get taught how to grieve a relationship. Yeah, we don't. And that's why we got to, life teaches that. Life is a teacher itself. Because if you don't listen, one thing life will slap your ass right back into shape. because that's life is the teacher right there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why one of the reasons why I want to do this show, so everybody can come in, they can share their thoughts, and people can take from this. And yo, am I in this situation? They can analyze their situation a little bit more.
Right. Well, I tell you what, you kind of gave me a little, like my eyes are a little open right now to the fact of why this fool is still allowed to even call my phone, bro. Like, why you even calling my phone?
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's
Why
get
y'all
it.
keep calling me? Ain't that a song? I need to come on.
Yeah.
It's a song. You know, like he shouldn't at all be calling my phone, bro. Like he obviously feels it in some kind of way, or else he wouldn't even like be trying to reach out. But you know what's crazy though? Out of every small conversation I've had with him, not at one point did he ever say like I'm sorry. Like I can't even get enough. Like I don't, and I don't. But you need to.
He's not going to.
I mean, it's like you know something like
he's
that.
Not
like
going to. It's not in his
man,
nature. He doesn't feel like he did anything wrong. That's
why
he
never had a girlfriend.
That's why exactly. That's why. That's why it's like, don't ask me questions because I don't want to be. He doesn't want to face his reality. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Jay Gamer, thank you. Appreciate that, man. But yeah. Man, I had Angel on for an hour. I had you on for an hour, yo. I try to make this show an hour, but nah, yo, beautiful insight. Appreciate it. Everybody seems to love it. Y'all make sure y'all follow her. I'll put her in the chat. Pull up on her stream, say what's good. You know what I'm saying? And yo, we appreciate you being here. We thank you. And this shit will be up on YouTube, y'all. I'm gonna be putting all these things on YouTube. So if anybody missed it, they can pull it up.